That's the plan? So you got a 2-side front and an 8-side front.
So my plan is, I'm waiting until they get closer, because I have a 90-foot square area, and I want to cast that sepia snake seed.
Okay, so everything.
Let me know when the time.
I'm not gonna cast it. Okay.
I drew my.
Prepared for Seppias, alright? So,
They was gonna vote.
Vote by.
Wait, I'm going my.
17.
so, and if there's some colors.
I have all of this. I would not do that, please.
Jake?
I don't have.
I'll let you try it, roll 20.
Jake has a minor.
15. I know a lot of swords.
His minor master stroke and.
Question?
minor
What are we
attack.
supposed to be doing?
No pressure.
Wait, what group are we going in?
I know swords.
Stay in the middle.
Tactics fail us.
I know swords.
No tactics. No, we're not missing that anyway.
I fall in. Explain to me where I'm supposed to go.
Hey,
The safe place.
we've got one left. Roll a d20.
Where am I supposed to go?
Roll a d20.
I have a lot of fighting.
I'll roll a D22.
That's a d12. You know, anybody can roll low on a d12. Try a d20.
Caleb,
He made it!
I got a 20.
take the
Good
arrow
job.
off the bow.
I'll leave it.
Set on the bow.
See you later. Okay, so as the elementals are charging,
Right.
you recall a lesson from last week's first level training.
Dad, I
That in a
got a 20.
situation like this,
Run.
Don't
run,
you have
nowhere to run.
you go fast and hard toward the 2 elementals that are in front of you, and you'll break past them, because there's only 2 of them, right? You
How about-
break past them,
Yeah.
which will put all 10 of the elementals on one side of you.
But we just run through them.
You just go.
Okay, so Dan waves his magical short sword and says, "We go through them!
Run!
That's what they said! Isn't that right?"
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
They're just water.
Yeah, that's it, yeah!
Where am I? Aren't they just water? Where am I at
And
this
then he starts to charge, and then all the knights run past him.
I'm just running. I literally wrote a 20.
I don't know, does that check out?
It's
I
terrible.
like 2 rather than all.
Bye!
Caleb.
No. 47.
Yeah, 47 inches.
Mine. Woo!
3 foot 11.
It's a 3'11".
He's 3'11.
He's 47 inches.
48 inches. 3 foot.
I'm ready.
Hey, he's short. That's what you kid. Look at
So
Dion.
that
Be quiet.
I'm just gonna read that.
Be quiet.
Okay, so now that we've sorted our tactics,
Just run.
who's the front line against the elementals?
Me.
Dave.
Not you.
Wait, not you.
Was that the back?
What's that?
No, because we're charging.
Now you're charging the 2 elementals.
Right.
Oh, we're against the 2 we're charging?
We're repositioning. I think it was Jake.
So I think it's knights, basically.
Gotta run.
Target, okay.
Cool.
Victor,
You have a
Jake,
sword?
Xavier, Chiron.
And I will get ready, I will get ready to use
Choose
my,
back.
Stay in.
I have a dagger.
I'll get ready to use my spell on the ones in the back.
Rosie. What?
I gotta get the.
Give me
Take the sword from
Well-
us now. Oh.
Yeah, I'll be mostly.
Sure.
But.
Alright, so
Actually,
when
I have to
you
make
charge
sure
forward,
Grandpa's okay.
the water elementals will oblige, and they will go, one of the water elementals will pick off Victor and Xavier, and the other one will take Jake and somebody, volunteers. Here.
Me.
You will die, little girl.
Oh, Grandpa. Grandpa. Yes, you are.
So, it's just roll,
What's up?
your regular attack. And everybody else, you just charges past the elemental. They basically, they will stop and fight those knights and deer you, and everybody else just run by.
What's this, brother?
Roll the hit. 2 hits.
Wait, how many? Who's your brother?
So, yeah, Dave's my little brother, so.
Yes.
Oh, so that's
That's what the sword is.
Yes. Roll one round of cash, one round of cash, one round of cash. And I'm splitting my attacks between, one is splitting between Victor and Xavier, one is splitting between Jake and Deermood.
I'm experienced farming currently.
So I'll be doing Victor and Xavier first.
You would hit -9 and -5.
Holy cow!
I choose these.
-9 and -5.
Both hit, damage?
I assume. There's AC
Both hit?
They
are
I did both. Exact are.
Or one exactly.
Oh, I made a video.
How much damage? So, your damage and your damage combined.
Are they each double?
Your damage and your damage combined. 17 and 20?
17 twice.
17 twice, that's 34. They already 12. I'm sorry, long swords, they already 12. And your short sword, the short sword is in the 8.
They're all of these ones.
Point my angry. But point my satellite, one of them.
They were all 12.
Because I'm thinking it got no ability to
No.
Dumb question is, are they equal?
Are they what?
Are they
So
equal?
I'm in spiritual.
No.
Dan?
Okay, so Xavier and Victor combined to kill the one that they attacked.
By your
20
swords
damage
combined.
Oh, Kitsu, 20.
Plus the bonus of the
Yes.
By your swords combined, he becomes.
40. Okay, and Jake and Deermood combined to kill the one that they attacked.
Yes, brothers, the Callister Bros.
And Deermood was struck for 18 points of damage.
Ow!
And 1/4 structural.
Oh no.
Remember the jump?
Basically like this. He goes, pounds you into the ground. He disappears below like an 8-foot wave, and then he comes back up and
Ow!
you need to roll a dex check for each weapon dex check.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Fail. Dagger.
I think those you stick your head
Fail.
Okay, you dropped your weapons. They're in the water. So after Deermood got slammed by the elemental, he did drop both his dagger and short sword, which is gonna mean he's not gonna want to leave those behind. So.
One cox.
Who was in the very rear of the rush?
Me.
Dan, Asturge, Chiron, anybody else?
I mean, the rush.
No, I'm in the middle.
Everyone is rushing past the elementals. Who was in the very back?
I'm in the back.
Alright, so those of you who are in the very back, if you want to roll to see where he dropped his swords at, you can do that real quick.
How?
It's like when he tosses like a ring.
What?
Each one is low. No, because you're
I
on.
just
I mean,
need,
they would swim. 10 months.
I just need this on my side. Look, mine now.
Okay, so
One.
you saw where the dagger went down at, you saw where the short sword went down at, you saw where the short sword went down at. So you guys can help him get his weapons. As
I run back to help.
he looks waterlogged, like he's
Is
literally
I just need
vomiting
this
water.
to my
Is that elemental still there?
No, they
I
killed
just
him.
need this to my side. I'm helping.
Now there will be 10 elementals behind you, but there is a straight hallway.
Are they coming up on us pretty quick or?
No, not real quick.
Alright.
Short sword.
I go to.
Healed your move, I think.
Normally you think you could outrun them. If it was not for the water, you could probably outrun them. They don't seem to move quite as fast as you do.
Wow, I need part water.
But the problem is you're sloshing through the water.
I go get the short sword out.
I have a
It's
plan.
off and on. It's ranging between like 6 inches and
The
4
other two
inches.
ninjas.
Can I heal your move, I think, before?
Yeah. It'll be around behind everybody else.
I have a plan.
Here.
Alright, so they're fetching your weapons and Chiron is healing.
Yes.
Okay with that?
He's
Can I get elemental structural with lay on hands?
No.
Here you go.
Did they give it to me or no?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they're together, that short sword, you do that. And then
Grandpa.
he did heal it.
Whoever got the short sword, I'm gonna toss them in my mouth.
How long are you on?
Now I'm tired.
We go.
I found a little bit of healing. Let me do that. That's not
I'm so tired.
You like that one too.
Then they just walk right.
As soon as he finishes the
What?
actual healing on you, Sonorous gives you 5 more.
Honestly? Water giant. Oh.
Okay, so so that little pack of people lingers behind,
18-foot.
assuming everybody else is moving forward, correct?
I'm going to linger back.
Yeah, then I take one more.
I'm fall behind the
It
host.
is
Yeah,
several minutes,
probably.
probably 3 to 4 minutes before they cross through the 4-way intersection. So assuming you keep moving, you should be able to stay a couple minutes ahead of them, but whether something cuts you off ahead of you is another question.
It's excruciating.
Does someone have a way of finding Zol?
It's kind of like this.
I have a looking object.
I mean, yes, but not really.
That would be a no then.
I have a looking object. I have a looking object at the time. You can find the puzzle piece.
You have to,
That would be a start.
Everyone
If it's here.
and then you could possibly.
So,
Probably done.
So ultimately, there you go, probably more light.
when we get a minute, we can ask that Dawn lady if she's
I
got
have a
scouts.
staff,
I got
big
it.
stuff. Claire, you can make a Or you trick real light
You
bulbs.
could do this and do that, which you need a couple of.
That's like a perfect.
I don't know how really torture that.
We don't have, it's not what you want. So if you can find a, like, you can find a place where you
And then listen,
can,
a
yeah,
little bit,
We can keep running.
somewhere where you can be
and
protected.
then surround you. Yes, if we make more distance, I may be
Now
able to
let's
locate you. But I need time to meditate.
It's gonna be the anchor.
So are we just running or are we like waiting?
Are we talking about violence or
They're waiting. I mean, they're running forward, pushing forward.
That is, I think
The
five.
assumption is, those are not the only 10 elementals on the, or 8 on this plane, so if you stay in one place.
Well, if we can just outrun.
We can move ahead a couple
Just outrun
minutes, I can do it.
them.
I just need a.
Problem is the
I
water.
figured that was the fact.
What does potatoes have to do with
I can attempt to scry on him. I don't know if it would actually help us.
Well, she can find it.
Doesn't give us a path to move.
Okay, well,
If it
Again-
has an object of particular importance, I could locate it.
I have a locate object as well. We can just find the puzzle piece if it's on this plane.
Yeah, we don't really do that yet.
You can use locate object to locate a person, but it only gives a very small chance.
well, let's do the puzzle piece, because we're here for that.
We just need to find, we need to find out if the puzzle piece is even on this plane.
Let's find it.
What happens if you cast the film? Fails?
What if it's not in this plane?
It will tell me whether it's.
Well, we have multiple passes there.
And it's in the lightning.
But locate object is always only a chance.
Is there a way to get us to
Can't look
Yeah,
at it.
it's still.
This sounds valuable, hold on.
It could fail.
I think
Assume this is where like yelling and then we're continuing
Yeah.
forward. Alright, so you pass another 4-way intersection, and looking in all 3 directions, ahead, right, or left, you don't see any elementals coming. Which way do you go? Straight.
Brandon, come on.
Okay, straight ahead. Alright, now visibility is at, 150, 200 yards. You have pretty good visibility. But it's not horizon, because the mist just begins to fog up too bad outside of 150 yards. Alright, so you pass that 4-way intersection, you come to a place where the hallway turns to the right only. So it goes down, goes like that, to the right only. That is now about a quarter of a mile from where you began. You've run about a quarter of a mile.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll start casting.
Okay, so you go around that corner, Brunson says, hold up, and you cast a spell. You cast locate object, and you're attempting to locate what?
The puzzle piece.
Hey, Dan,
Okay, yes, sir.
you said, hold up a second, I'm gonna move to the back of the group. In
Okay.
case the elementals get too close.
Yep, so anyone who moves to the back and looks sees that you have, looks like 4 or 5 of them at about 150 yards.
Yeah.
I went
How far is double force range, yeah?
That's about 2 minutes away. So it would give you just enough time, but then they would be on you.
What is
Unless
double short bow range?
double, plenty.
Hey, Victor, do you
400
think we
yards.
should
Okay, I'll take my
kill them so she can have time to do her thing?
Probably.
Roll percentile dice.
I think it'll get us a good course.
I might be able to.
The
Let's try it.
puzzle piece is not on this one.
Puzzle piece is not on the plane of water.
Okay,
84.
Yes.
So that means it's in the storm plane, whatever.
Do you have magical arrows?
Great.
I don't know what
Is there another beer?
Okay, so you take 2 shots and you're fairly sure they're ineffective. Okay, all right,
Let's try and
That took a
hold here long enough to let them get us a path to solve.
this is a bit of a bottleneck. I mean, they could only come around the corner 2 or 3 wide.
Cavaliers and friends.
You, ugly one. What is the,
Jake's talking.
oh, no, I meant you.
It is brown.
And it's dangerous.
He's looking right at you.
Right.
His name is brown.
What is the extent of the magic you would expel? Neutralize that.
Are you asking what spell I'm casting?
Yeah.
Can you talk like a normal person?
You are.
Oh,
No, there's another elf that tells me the same thing.
I think I text some of you.
Why are we arguing?
There's
Casting
water
a
giants
variant of the
hunting us down.
Cephreus snake sigil.
We better hurry up and get out of here before we get attacked by those giant things.
We need a filter.
4 fish.
We don't really like this thing.
I don't care.
Alright, well, you can stop them, because then she can.
That would give me time.
Hold her ground, do your thing. Give me time.
I don't have
Stick it.
She gets
So the
fucked.
Cavaliers are forming a line, hold up the, except for the Paladin, obviously she's busy.
Everyone else don't balance.
Dorkian, one back and up, I assume, to support.
So we make sure we don't get hit from the other direction.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a rear guard, for sure.
It's a one-time thing. It's a one-time thing.
Front line, I assume?
I'm with Victor and Jake.
Okay, Victor, Jake, Xavier.
Who's gonna be ready to drop for that?
How you got it?
Behind the wall, iron.
You wanna have you see their faces, just.
Interested in giving financially to Low Moon and support the campaign? Text LMGIVE, that's LM Give, to 419-419-0095.
Facing the horde commander.
Okay, so she's around the corner, so she's out of view. And she's up against the wall. And you find that, like, right against the wall, the surges of the waves, not so much, you do have to sit down or otherwise be supported somehow.
And I do have levitate for myself.
You would not be able to do that while in a deep meditative state. You basically can't do anything else while you're clairvoyant.
You've got the hamster wheel.
You can reach a meditative state while levitating, but you wouldn't be able to get to the point of clairvoyance. It's a deep meditative state. Okay?
Why are you meditating?
So once she goes into once you go into deep meditative state, like,
That
it
water.
will take somebody damaging you, or you have to start drowning to wake up.
Okay.
Okay?
Quick, water!
Okay, so roll your first meditation check to just begin meditating.
Does he want to go in meditation? That's what I think.
She's for meditation in place of some.
No meditating.
Oh, it's deep.
Okay, so she is having difficulty reaching a meditative state. What is yours from there?
I was gonna say,
That's why.
that checks
I
out.
wonder why.
This has gotta be one of the most stressful places we've been going.
Why are we?
There is meditative state, you have to come here. Alright, so she's zoning out.
Smash.
Alright.
Water slapping it.
The three of you are around the corner, facing them. I assume you're back up as well.
No, I'm getting ready to cast.
You said the ball's not
Are we fighting these giant guys?
So that makes the 5 of you watching them come. You see that it is more like 6 or 7.
We fight
behind you,
these.
you
Rattled
hear-
out over about 50 yards.
Hear the water shaking a little bit?
Yeah, you hear, oh boy.
Feel yourself.
Oh boy.
To be clear, as the water is sloshing over you, it's still that 85 to 90 degree temperature, so if someone wets themselves, no one will notice.
Again, I already did this.
The water turns flow around.
Just kidding. My character cannot have any.
Suddenly warm.
I have zero.
Okay.
110
degrees.
One moment later, roll again. If you make it this time, you will, 17 or less, you reach a deep meditative state. Okay, so you're in a deep meditative state, and you are beginning to concentrate on how to get from here towards off. So your meditation clairvoyance starts at you, spreads out, and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So however long it takes, figure out where he is if he's here. Okay? Anybody doing anything during that second minute? You're watching, they're still
Hold up.
over 100 yards away.
Oh, I'm gonna roll my second dagger now that I.
Yes, double dagger.
No, I should do that. Dorothy will put up a reverb.
What's that?
Dorothy will put up a
I'm going
reverb.
to.
Ah, now we're ready.
As soon as
Okay.
she gets here.
Anything over here?
See if it burns out.
Now the water,
I don't really,
vibrating and
stop for
shivers.
water. I have
No,
to
I
stop
have
for not water.
So it may not work, but you could potentially use that to make a wall of water in front. And if the elementals believe it, they would not come. Something they would stop. That's a possibility.
So what is the spell?
That's like
To illusion. It's not a powerful spell, and they're relatively powerful, so they may just ignore it. But if they don't, or even if they slow down, they could
Hey, that's
possibly.
better.
It's a thought.
I'm a mage. I don't know.
You should have signaled her.
Debbie playing with mild campfires.
I have a burning finger.
I just got the sword.
I think all of this is for her.
Debbie playing with.
Doesn't help. I've short.
Campfires.
Debbie played as
Just
relaxing.
like put it like around.
Feather fire.
The only one in the world who can see you make that, whatever you want to actually.
Debbie playing
She
with.
comes in. Yeah, your hair.
Are we good?
I need help with my hair.
Come on.
I need help with my hair. I can't.
Ophelia has taken up a position behind the line. Charlotte is by,
Please
Dawn.
help me.
Okay.
Please
And then-
help me.
The
The chips.
elementals are at
Wait.
60 yards. So you're going to
Go ahead,
this coming around.
No, you cut my head off.
No, bad girl, okay.
Cut my head off.
Okay, let's end you up.
Where's
You
your
got sleeping
head?
meds.
Where's your head?
Ophelia draws back her bow and fires one arrow down the hallway toward the elementals.
Okay,
It
now let's
strikes
do
one of the
something with
elementals,
his hair.
maybe like what would generically be on top of the chest, and the elemental bursts and falls to the ground and destroyed.
Oh, wow.
Good job.
That's some powerful
They're
arrows.
like balloons.
She says, I'm gonna miss that arrow. Okay?
It's a fancy arrow. Should have lined it.
And then roll a d20. Well,
So you could have been doing that this whole time?
once more, she says.
Shoot normal arrows. What do you do out there?
That was even my sister's color.
Just waiting in the water.
Okay. So, give exactly your vision. Important to know that where the party is currently stationed, at that corner, you continue back that way about 100 yards and then take a left. That there is a portal on the wall. And what is curious about
You cut her head off.
No, I don't know.
Where's her eyes?
She doesn't have eyes.
Do not look in.
You got her eyes.
Black people have
So
eyes.
we need to go back.
No, people.
You also be done and leave that station to be able to tell.
Do I want to start to use?
Figures they'll probably start fighting in the mission, so running is better than fighting. These guys can directly kill them, so.
Wait, so we have to go back though?
brings on their stage.
She shaved the whole head.
No, look, look how long her bangs are when it goes down
Okay, so.
her bangs.
You would wake up and tell me to go into the safety.
Oh, you cut that head off.
No, these are her bangs.
Let's be able to see.
These are her bangs, so. Wake up! I can't see! I can't see! Slow down.
So Dawn awakens from meditation.
Just cut the head off.
You can't feel anything. Shut
When she
up.
awakens from meditation, it says, we need to keep moving. All right, now, you can stay there long enough to cast the secret snake sigil if you want to do that. It looks like you can get free inside the area. Yes. Remember, they're almost 20 feet wide. So, and they don't travel shoulder to shoulder.
Well, it's not going to be the deceiving
Going out the lunch too.
But I guess you're saying.
Look how short her hair is now. You need to add a foot I need to cut off more. I need to cut off more. I need some more hair for my next patient.
Alright, so Dawn wakes up and says, you gotta go, and.
I say, on second thought, I don't know if I can get all of those in my spelled area.
Okay.
They're bigger than one. Objects may appear larger at short range.
I turned her into a kind of.
Alright, I will go back towards the front of
They look much smaller back then, okay?
Charlotte says, I think we're moving.
She's a boy.
Alright, run.
Where are we going?
party.
There's a portal. You need to move
Just
forward.
lead the way.
I really want to know what we're doing right now.
Okay, alright. So Charlotte helps you get up out of the water. You are soaked completely, obviously, because it was splashing on you all the way up your shoulders. Okay? And
This is gonna be her head.
weapons out, you charge down the hallway. Okay? So who is bringing up the absolute rear, risking water elemental damage? Okay?
I do.
I'm gonna stay in the middle.
Victor alone?
I'm staying at the end.
I'm running behind Xavier.
Plume was already in the back, so Plume will stay slightly ahead of Victor.
Okay, roll
I'm behind Dearman.
one attack.
I'm in the middle.
Jeremy's gonna leave with Dawn.
You're gonna do what?
I'll leave with Dawn.
Okay.
I'm making some videos.
I charged up next to
It's
Zoe.
through the door that you.
Front two.
18.
Okay, so basically, they're moving away, the elementals rush in, and one elemental surges forward, and you strike at it with your sword, it's a good hit, or your damage. Oh, 18 damage, okay. And it's obvious, I mean, you see the rip in the water, obviously, it's a good strong strike. Tempting to stay and fight for a moment, you think you could probably kill it. However, at that point, he swipes at you with your hand, you put your shield up, hits your shield, your arm, and it slams you back, and you roll off the wall and wind up kind of more in the middle of the party. You take 18 points of damage and 1/4 from it.
Wow.
He gave as good as he took. Plus a quarter point cycle.
The water washes forward and surges across the back of the party. If you have less than a 15 strength, you are washed off your feet.
Is Victor like near me at that point?
Probably, yeah.
I'll like help him up.
Okay, power on.
Dude,
Make some distance.
I got you.
I can take a look at your wounds.
We'll get a
That was
chance.
funny.
And as you look back, just like 20 yards back in the corner, and the elemental.
Are you good, Victor?
Comes around the corner.
Avi, do you want one chance?
Luckily, Squeaky, or how do you say it? Squeaky is also the
How'd you
guy
take his head?
that helped me up, bro.
That's very much what he does. He's very much, he helps the problem is he also helps the bad guys. That's the problem.
Don't do
If he
that.
doesn't accidentally kill them, he helps them up.
You killed
Yes,
it.
sir.
Just for clarification, Dorothy is only automatic, it is actively like waiting for cameras.
Okay,
If you find it.
so you find that the overall level of magic here is lower than most places that you've been.
She's gonna have braids in her hair.
I'm so glad I
It's
came.
not a big one. It's not like bad, but it is on average very low.
I'm so glad I can't speak that.
Yeah, that's the right choice. Okay, so Dawn shows the way with Charlotte and some others, and you go ahead, turn the corner, and sure enough, you arrive at a place where one of the curtain walls of water is marked by a sort of a divot, like about a 5 foot high, kind of, it'd be an alcove, but it's all formed in water, it's sort of like a depression.
Is there anything behind the wall? Is there like a wall behind the curtain of water?
I mean, it doesn't look like there is, but it, like when you touch it, it feels solid. Like it's like the floor. You can only press through until they get that spongy solidness. You can't push through it.
There's nothing behind that. I was just gonna just go through it.
Yeah, you can't go through it. Like you've run your arm along it as you've been running, or you bounced off it a couple of times, things like that. It gets solid.
If you don't want to miss any of the story, Low Moon Origins, Uprising, or Outsiders, like and follow our podcast. Please share it with friends.
Think of,
Maybe it's good, like, you gotta go slow.
what do they call that, where like, you pass through something really slow, you can go through.
Oobleck.
Yeah,
Not totally fluid.
Alright, but anyway, so you're looking at the divot in the wall, and there are bits of electricity playing around the outside edge of it. It is big enough for a human to pass comfortably through. It is not big enough for an elemental to come through. So it's about 7 foot high by maybe 3.5
So it's like that
feet.
same thing we saw in the maze?
Did we determine whether Zal is here?
Is this the portal?
No.
I'm really sorry.
Doesn't matter if Saul's here, the public
This is
can
the
see
greatest.
ours.
It could be a good
Well, our
part.
deal was with Zal.
Right?
Yeah.
No, Bob.
I believe the deal has changed.
Okay.
I have told you.
I want to
You're not
be-
Chiron is offering to do healing on you. The elementals are about a minute away.
Tornado says the
For the decline, so later.
Yeah, let's pull over.
He's trying to.
It was a
I think
flip.
he read.
It was a flight. He's got his arms, he's got his wrist, his left wrist, his arms like this.
I say, the knight is as a fine sword. If you do not address it while it is mostly fine, it will not remain by philosophy.
Oh, that's explain to you which one you tried to
I've seen it.
Okay.
So.
So-
Everybody get through this portal.
Alright. Charlotte is standing by the portal. We're clumping up now. And, she says, Deerwood, go!
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Deerwood goes through. Astur!
Alright.
Alright, and then she goes through after Astur.
She was always a prisoner. This feels.
That's not like my life.
It's weird.
It's mine.
I would want to look at
Alright,
it.
anyone not going through the portal?
I'm going.
I'm jumping my chances in the portal.
Can I go planar lord first? I'll do one of the last ones.
I'm going again in case we find gold.
What is the question?
Right.
Jump right through.
Probably to the Dungeon plane as well.
Does it seem as if it will provide us protection on our passage?
Yes.
I just run right behind
If we
you.
find Zal, I
What
need
time?
to be there.
Are you stopping to look? Also bear in mind, you're not sure that the watch is waterproof.
Oh, okay, go now.
So you've got it tucked away safely now.
Yeah.
You want to stop and look?
I'm gonna stop and look.
Okay, it is 6 a.m., 6:15.
6:15. Good.
What's that do?
Alright,
You'll find out.
We still have 4 hours to see.
I'm sure anything you said.
okay?
Cast up.
And through the portal. As you move through the portal, each of you, you kind of wonder if you're not kind of like, for a second, out of the frying pan into the fire. Because as the two of you come through, you see that lined up on either side of this room are man-sized beasts made of water, but electricity plays along the surface of their skin. There are 15 of them total, so there's 7 on either side and 1 at the end. And you're coming kind of into a kill box, if you were. However, they stand there kind of like at attention, and they have what appear to be bronze or golden colored short pikes that are maybe 6
Are they
foot tall.
How about a song?
That is the question. Okay. The one ahead of you says, Christos, Christos, as you come through.
You know what that means?
That means?
No, me neither.
Okay.
Charlotte comes through the aisle, a skirt,
Does he want us to follow
puts her
him?
hands on your backs and is pushing you forward.
Okay, we're following.
I don't like this.
Neither do I, trust me.
Pages come through,
Hi.
Because we know
the knights come through,
on their plate,
I come
just get underneath.
Orcish comes through.
I was gonna be one of the last ones, but.
Okay. Dawn, Plume,
I'm going there.
Chiron, Xavier, everybody comes through, okay. So you come through into the kill box, surrounded by what appear to be
Are we going to that?
a little bit larger than man-sized storm element, would be your guess. Okay. In the distance, you hear rolls of thunder.
What did you say?
Do I have to roll?
It's not really rolls of thunder.
I don't know, bro.
I say, as soon as I get out the portal and I see him, I say, wait, we have kids!
Take the children! Oh, now we're children, are we?
No.
Our little ones is sacrificed.
Wait, no, wow, we got kids, stop!
We have children! I'm 110!
Even like we got
You're not just gonna sacrifice.
I volunteered a little one to tribute.
We How dare you insult us?
You're little.
No, we're not!
You are.
Your hit points are 5!
So is arguing.
I was merely bringing up the presence of children so that I could try to save my life.
4-2.
I
He's using you as a sheep.
know! Your hit points are 5 in 9 seconds!
Okay.
No, we're not. Leave my stuff alone.
This puts Dearmood, Asterd, and Charlotte in front of the group, right face to face with the 15th storm.
Are we in the storm element
Does
now?
not speak common.
Listen.
Okay? And, he says, Zal!
Huh?
You know what you're right?
Something involving Zal.
Can I at least role play a little bit like you speaking?
Sure.
Anyone speak Electric Man?
Nah.
Electric Man.
Electric
What?
man.
I made it.
So he is probably speaking the natural tongue of a storm elemental. It's probably he does speak common.
Okay, I'm going to, I'm transferring.
Okay?
Second level to second level.
Alright.
No problem.
Okay?
Casting, I roll an 8, I assume. And then I'm gonna cast Complement.
Alright. So Dorothy casts a spell, anybody else doing it?
Is it one bit?
I'm turning to watch our rabbit portal in case anything chases us through. Maybe we'll just sit here.
Yeah, so the last person through the portal was?
Here.
Xavier.
Dearmood just nods to the storm elemental.
I shall not be called little.
Hello.
Good day.
I
As
am
soon as Xavier steps through the portal closes
I'm not
behind him. So there is no
I can call
return.
Are we stuck?
Let me.
Okay? While that time goes off, Dorothy can understand this storm elemental as he says, "Kill that dark Zero, son!
Come on, Alexa.
Are you an ally of Zol?" Answer in the affirmative.
Good day.
Thumbs up, that means good.
Huh?
Or people emphatically nod.
Alright, so that spreads to the group and everybody starts nodding. We don't know what we're nodding about yet. Alright? And he says,
Say yes and no.
he says, "Gord Mekzish, come with me." Follow him.
Follow him.
I don't wanna.
And he turns and he moves out of the room, the guards stay where they are, and the rooms here, the walls appear to be made of stone. There is water on the floor, and as he moves toward the door, electricity jumps from his body to the door frame.
Me too.
No, that.
So the lady straight.
I'm sure they do.
I'm not getting close to this guy.
Yep. He flows along the floor and out the door. It is a man-sized door, about 7 foot high, maybe 8.
2.5 feet wide, and then 5 feet wide. He leads you rapidly through the halls. In fact, short-legged people have to run to keep up. Anybody have a problem with that?
He does.
I'm not sure, like.
Adam does.
I have running, so I don't know.
Even though that.
Jake, keep pace.
And he suddenly turns and stops. Who was first in line behind?
I'll be here, sir.
Here, okay, make a dex check, make sure that you got stray into the air with electricity.
11.
No problem, right? So basically, he goes like this, he turns quickly and stops, and you go, whoa, and the water surges against the back of your legs, and you stop just short of basically getting too close to him. Go ahead and roll. Ricky would roll.
We're good. 13.
Okay, you stop also, you're not shoved your boot into him, okay? The electricity does play around and you feel the static. In fact, your hair kind of feels staticky and your skin feels warm and prickly. Okay?
Hey.
He raises one hand, water and electricity are dripping off the end of it. And he says, "Blast both." Are you close enough?
I would have followed at full speed.
Okay. So then no, you are not close enough unless you were willing to get down and run. Because your fly spell was at 12 inches. Okay, so did you get down and run or are you catching up now? Okay. Say again?
He's catching up now.
Okay, so you heard him say something, but with the chatter and all the armor clatter and the water splashing, you're not sure what
I'll try and repeat it to Dorothy.
Okay. He said something that sounded like it was like a sloshing fish or something. It wasn't a word.
I don't know.
He said, splish, splash, splish, splash.
Alright, anyways, as if you would understand, he turns and moves through a portal to his left that does not look like a door. It looks like another portal. He did raise his hand to tell them to stop.
Can I roll spellcraft or something?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a portal. What do you want to know?
Any indication of where it might go?
To another region of the Demi-Plane storms, apparently. Okay? So he is gone for about 2 to 3 minutes. Opportunity for healing.
I heard.
Adjusting your pouches. Pulling your pants up. What?
16.
You wanna heal me?
My first
He can heal it. Like,
Buddy?
I don't
natural
need
healing is
help.
powerful, so unless something exceeds that, you won't really need to heal.
From the water? Counts.
I don't need help.
Yeah, so start stretching.
I'm just.
A little little dance moves.
I tried to pick my
I'm just glad we're okay.
Okay, so yeah, 2 to 3 minutes pass. No water elemental chasing you down. You feel like for the first moment that you have a moment to breathe, basically. Although it is very moist here, and occasionally you see a serpent of electricity that is not attached to anyone or anything, that just kind of wanders through the water near you. And so you're like,
Here we go. Good day, good day. Let's see, we'll roll the ice here.
and that
It doesn't qualify as a wave, that's right.
Okay, did you bring it?
If it was a good animal, I might catch
Okay.
animal first upon it.
It's not dead yet, but it's probably in danger. It's an endangered species now. But he pulls his frog out, he looks at it, and the frog says,
Wow.
wow.
Can the frog talk?
A little bit. He knows about 11 words.
Frog can talk.
So
I have animal handling.
That frog can talk. He knows that.
He has class.
Although you would
Frog,
probably
talking frog.
the water dance. So that's probably like okay, so you wait there 2 to 3 minutes passes. The storm elemental comes back out of the portal, and he says, "Goldenish blau smitsna," which means the king will see you now.
the king will see us now.
Go.
Cool.
Cool.
Entering the portal, who's going first?
Me.
I shall go.
Dan slips through the portal while no one's watching.
I will enter.
Bye-bye.
I shall enter behind. He
Selena lingers to be in the middle of the room.
I slid Nobody's watching. You're all arguing.
Do you want to go behind Selena?
So once you get in the room, there's plenty of opportunity to spread out, and you kind of like can spread out to not be like 4 or 5 feet or whatever. You see sitting on a throne, what you could only describe as kind of like a type. He's probably 20 feet tall. He looks like the other storm elementals that you saw, but so man-shaped roughly, covered in water, made of water, mostly see-through. The only reason you can't see through him is because the water is turbulent. Electricity plays over him and over the throne. You don't feel comfortable approaching any closer than about 20 feet because there's literal electricity that's playing out and thinning out in the water around him as it nears you. Check out The Moment Blood Bowl wherever you buy books. This is written by Pastor Daniel Stevenson, the longtime author and game master of Low Moon Adventures.
I'm just gonna
Little bits of electricity then do break off of that and travel throughout the room, so you have to be careful. Like, they're slow enough that like it's coming toward you, you can move out of the way. Does anyone want to touch one or just let one hit you just out of curiosity?
I
See what happens.
Who does?
Okay.
I'll be stupid enough.
Are you okay? All right.
I'll be stupid enough.
So if you're allowing one to touch you, you may roll a saving throw versus spell.
Oh,
Next
Wait,
one does not apply. D20. Equal or higher than you say.
This? What?
That's a bit.
2. I want 2.
Nice.
Turn into a shish kebab.
5.
Okay. You take 1 point of damage. You take 1 point of damage. You take 2 points of damage. 2 points of damage. 1 point of damage. So yes, it does hurt. It's a little bit like sticking your tongue in a 9-volt battery.
Wow, I took 1 point of damage. Cool.
So.
Now I'm down to 5.
Wait, yours took 2?
I was
Oh, yeah.
about to touch it.
Now I'm down to 5 hit points.
What figure is that?
I'm at 10. I took 1.
In response to that, the frog looks at you and says, "Wow."
Why?
Can you make your frog?
Sorry. Just wow.
Wow.
Okay, when you put it in your pocket, it says, "Gobble gobble."
Frog.
Gobble, gobble.
Quiet, frog.
Okay. All right.
You're not a rooster.
Yeah, you're not a rooster or a chicken.
Welcome.
Hey, we can understand this guy.
I am Elafa,
Lava.
king of this place.
Okay.
What is this for?
Why have you come?
Zal?
Zal?
Yeah.
Zal is my son.
What?
Hey, God has here.
Was my son.
He stole something from us.
Never! My son is no thief.
He literally stole a chest.
Well, or someone impersonating him. Possibly his now captor, I suppose.
What matters is that we have an arrangement with Saul, if we were to bring someone to him that he owes a life debt to, and that he will grant us certain items in exchange.
Who is this one?
David pushes Selena.
She says me, and then as he pushes her forward, she goes,
See, sacrifice small children.
Already.
Not children!
Yes,
he says,
We're not children!
tiny.
I will pay his debt.
Do you have the item that we are in need of?
No. I cannot pay his debt.
Alright.
If you don't get the child.
Ask me for something else.
Can you point us in his direction?
That's not what we're asking for.
We want the
The
child.
item is
No!
very important.
We want the child.
Lord Zal has been taken.
Did you guys not hear what the person said? The prisoner when we were back in the water.
By whom?
He said Lord Zal.
In the Malian region, there is great conflict of who controls
the vast spaces
Yeah, get more.
where the plane of water meets my realm. Lord Malian will not relinquish his claim, yet the elemental plane of water asserts that they own the same terrain. I now know, as I sit before you today, that somehow you are the cause of my son's death.
He died.
For moments ago, moments here, where I see you are not from here. My son went to Malian to request something from him. I assume it is this chest of which you speak. I do not know what their arrangement was, but whatever it was, it resulted in Zal dying, fighting the minions of the elemental plane of water, attempted to claim the realm that Malian claims for himself. I will not hold this against you, but I can imagine no reason why I would extend myself to retrieve this chest and give it to you now. Though I would pay my son's debt.
Well, what we actually need more than water, than the water though.
We are not on the demi-plane of water now. This is the demi-plane of storms. And only an uneducated human would refer to the demi-plane of water as a demi-plane.
He definitely
I'm not a human.
The realm of water is vast.
Not really human. He's a
King, sir,
Yes.
do you have possession of your son's remains?
No.
Does it mean
When a
no?
storm elemental dies, his essence is added to the flow.
Oh. I mean, no offense, great, a lot of us, but, yes, how are you so certain that Zal has been slain?
I received the report only moments before you arrived of his demise.
So you've not,
Start meditating.
I find that strange because when we were just on the water plane, it was a strange ominous voice that said, Zal, my prisoner, you can't free him, like that.
I don't think he's dead.
I don't think he's dead.
This is intriguing. Do you mean to say that the reports may be false, that Zal has been captured rather than slain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe,
What would the king of the elemental plane of water have at stake that he would spare one of his most dangerous enemies?
I could suggest planar annihilation, which is imminent.
Say something that makes sense.
The nexus connecting several planes, including yours and most likely the plane of water, is slipping. The item that we are searching for, which was in Zal's possession, is a critical piece in solving that problem, and, well, you know, it's possible he may not want that to happen. Consider this. If the plane of water and the plane of storms collide, which plane do you think survives?
Both, for this collision of which you speak exists always. But there is some ring of truth of which I can't easily dismiss it. What you describe, I think my son may have been researching. He raises his sloshy hand, electricity gathers around his mouth.
Are you familiar with the null void?
Of course.
Well, that's also a mix.
It's possible this next collapse may bring the null void into contact with other planets.
And it doesn't play well with anything.
Yes, this is the theory I think Zal was exploring. But Malvin believed that this event that you describe was a natural incident that could be used to cement his control over his realm.
No, that's not true.
Are you calling Malian a liar? I should like to see you do that to his visage.
Forgive our companion.
Because he is powerful and no-tempered does not mean that he's correct.
Oh, this I know. For I have attempted to broker peace many times between my realm and the plane of water. I have no enmity between me and the king of the elemental plane of water. It is my son and his projects and Malian. And in all fairness, if I lived where Malian lives and could expand my realm no further, I would contest the same lines, most likely. My ancestors may have done the same. In the meantime, here I am left with a land to rule, and Malian will not come in line. What of it? What's a king to do? Stay tuned for more Lomunian adventures.